Hello, welcome back to Into the Shoujo-Verse, and on this episode we have Nikki and me, Miso, and we'll be doing a first impression on 7FATES CHAKHO on webtoon. It's the BTS webtoon. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right.
BTS! Who's your bias, Miso?
My bias in the webtoon or in like BTS? It's the same, right?
Well, there's two characters in the webtoon right now.
Literally, I don't know any of the
BTS.
characters. My favorite is Jin from BTS.
Jin? Oh, your bias is Jin.
Yeah.
My bias is Jungkook.
Oh. I think he's the main character in this.
I think that is him,
I
right?
think that is
Because
him.
I'm like, who is this? I think it is Jungkook. Who is like... I'm trying to figure out... Like, there's only 2 characters right now, right? So as we're recording this on what? January, 24th, right? So as of recording, there's only 2 chapters out and the prologue.
Yeah. And I think the other character, the one with the earrings, I think that's supposed to be like Jimin.
That's what I thought too. I was like, is it Jimin? Because it's kind of hard to tell.
Like, it looks like him, but it also doesn't look like him, so I can't really tell.
Low key, I wasn't sure if they were supposed to like mimic how they looked in real life until I saw that one guy that looks like Namjoon. And I was like, wait, that's totally RM.
Honestly, this whole webtoon thing is like, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, in the prologue though, there was like this one guy that popped up and he was wearing glasses and I was like, that's totally RM. Like,
oh yeah.
It hella looks like it.
Yeah, definitely.
But then other than that, like, there was no one else that I was like, oh my gosh, that's totally this person.
Yeah, I can't really tell who is who at this moment because we only met 2 characters. And...
yeah. I mean, in the prologue, they had like all 7 of them, I think, but...
I can't tell.
Yeah, I saw a comment. It was like one of the top comments on Webtoon, and it was like saying something like me trying to figure out who's who in this one.
Same. I'm like, who?
Yeah, it's but the art's really nice. Art style is super nice. It reminds me a lot of like Solo Leveling.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it reminded me very much of like those like shonen type webtoons. I guess it's what it's going for, right?
Something like that. Yeah, it did come out of nowhere though.
Yeah, I heard there's also like a Wattpad like novel of this series.
That's what I thought. I heard like was it like a fanfic or something?
I have no idea. I just thought you had to pay for it. I think it's on Wattpad.
On Wattpad?
Yeah. I think it's official.
But was it like, did someone originally write it on like Wattpad as a fanfic and then it got picked up as like an official
Is that how it got picked up?
Well, that's what I thought, but I don't know because I haven't really looked too much into it, but I also heard that it was from like, it's already written out, like there's some like the whole thing is written out somewhere.
Hold up, okay, I just googled it and there's like CHAKHO rewritten, and it says, join me for creative imagining of what CHAKHO could have been. This is not a repost of the original story. So like, was there an original story? Wait, why are the chapters? Chapter 1, TLDR, Zeha is a little bitch. TLDR, Scaredy Cat and Sexy Rock. What's going on? I'm so confused.
Sexy Rock?
Wait, okay, there's a CHAKHO Wattpad, am I wrong?
Well, I don't know. I think that there is some type of what is 7FATES CHAKHO based on? No, that's not about anything. Where's the source material? What is the source material for it? I thought this was
okay, no, it's a Hybe original, like, they're called Hybe now, okay, big hit.
Oh, Hybe stories.
Yeah, so...
But why is it on Wattpad?
I don't know, but you have to pay for it. It's like paid. New parts every week on Fridays at 9 p.m. EST.
So it's a Wait, so it's not like they paid someone to write it on Wattpad?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Honestly, I don't... You know what? I don't know. I feel like
it's an official novel, right? On Wattpad.
Yes.
It's being published by Hybe Stories. There's 3 works.
They have 2.
Oh, so there's one for, I think there's one for TXT and there's one for in Hypen.
Honestly, I find it kind of weird to have like these reimagined like fanfic-esque stories with like real K-pop idols, because I feel like it feels a little weird.
Yeah, it is a little... Okay, I get it now. So then someone worked with them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then they created the story, and then they're publishing it on Wattpad, and then there's also a webtoon adaptation, basically.
I don't know.
But it's not like a fanfic, but it's on Wattpad.
Yeah. I don't think there's...
That's so interesting.
I don't think there's any romance. I think it's just like a reimagining of these K-pop idols. But it feels weird to like have K-pop idols be like characters.
Yeah, it is a little weird. Yeah, I don't really know.
I don't know
why, but I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, anyways, let's talk a bit about the webtoon.
That's not completely. This isn't really completely new though. There's actually been other webtoons based, or like in collaboration with K-pop groups.
Really?
This is not the first one.
Which other?
Yeah, I read one. I forgot what it's called. I read one. The Boys did one though, and I love The Boys.
I have no idea who that is.
The Boys webtoon. I forgot what it was called. I actually read it before I was really into The Boys, because I think it just like popped up somewhere. But they have like a whole manhwa. I'm pretty sure.
Does The Boys have something to do with the rose, whatever? No, they're different things. Okay, no, my friend was bringing.
I can't find it. I don't know why I can't find it. I'm like 99% sure The Boys had one. What the heck? I'm like 99% sure I read one.
Dude, did you manifest it?
No, I'm like 99. No, okay. The thing is, I read it before I got into The Boys as a K-pop group, so then I didn't really know it was them, because I read another one too that was with another K-pop group too.
This is also not like...
And I forgot. I think it was...
It's also...
It was called like Idol Trainees or something.
This is also not like the first BTS like webtoon. There was also like the... What's it called? Save Me?
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I didn't get that one at all.
I read it and I understood absolutely nothing, so that was embarrassing. But...
I don't understand anything either. It's based on a lot of like other lore, right?
Yeah, so I didn't understand. Oh, they also have like other webtoons that they're also adapting into webtoon. There's like Star Seeker and Dark Moon the Blood Altar.
Yeah, those are the TXT and Enhypen ones.
This is an interesting endeavor by Hype, I must say. I'm not really against it. I mean, I think it's pretty... I mean, we only have 2 chapters, so I can't really tell if it's gonna be good or it's just gonna be like whatever.
Yeah, okay, so there's like another webtoon, it's called Trainees.
Is it on web?
And I'm like...
Is it on?
No, it's not on webtoon. It's not on web, sorry. It's like a manhwa.
Okay.
It's called Trainees, and I'm pretty sure it's also about it's also based on like a K-pop group. I think it's based off the one that's like Surprise, but with the number 5 or something.
I don't know that group, unfortunately.
Yeah, that group's not super popular. They literally, it's just a group of like a bunch of actors that just decided to like, they're mainly actors.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting to know that this has already been done.
I think it was that one, but I'm not positive. Like, someone can fact check me on that. But I'm like, if I remember correctly, it was that one or some other like kind of smaller named K-pop group. But it's not a new thing where like they had like some webtoon or like something like that, and it's like based off of like or like some K-pop group contributed to it. Those ones though, the ones that I read, the ones that The Boys did, and I think Surprise, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's based on like trainee life. Like there's like, you know, it's like rom-com drama type thing, not like a fantasy action.
I think Hybe is just like all the 3 different groups are all like fantasy, which is, I guess it works out because then like you won't really become delusional, because if it's too close to like,
I don't think they could. Yeah,
it's like too close to realism, then like fans won't really like get confused.
Because the other 2 they did it like it's almost like, you know, backstory of trainee life. Like it was like school life, and then but there were trainees, but then there's like romance going on and like drama as a trainee, as an idol trainee, so it's like a little too realistic for them.
Yeah, I feel like that might like have some issues, I guess, of people reading it, because then you keep thinking like they're the same character, but like obviously the person is not exactly the same as like this fictional character. But overall, the 3 chapters, solid, I think.
It's cool that they're doing like they're releasing it this year, especially because they were talking about like the lunar calendar, and this year is gonna be the year of the tiger.
Oh, they planned this.
Next week.
It's probably planned.
Yeah, I'm super excited because I love Lunar New Year. It's like my favorite holiday.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
Well, that's coming up this week.
Yeah, it's next week.
Yeah.
So I'm like on their wiki, so I'm like reading a little bit more about it, and apparently a fun fact is supposed to, according to quote.anime.com, a fun fact is that each animated character in the manhwa portrays the personality of a member of BTS, which you already know, right?
Yeah, I would assume.
But it's supposed to also show their personality too.
I mean, I would assume
guess.
it's pretty based on their personalities in real life. I mean, their character designs are like... I mean, I can't tell who's who at the moment, to be honest with you. Except for RM, I could tell his. Aside from...
Yeah, RM is the only one that like really looks like him. I think I saw one guy and I was like, oh, I think that one's V.
I think...
And then the more I look at the main character, Zeha, I think, he like the more I look at him, there's like certain panels where he looks a lot like Jungkook.
I think it'll take me like... I don't know. I have to look at them a bit more, because right now they showed up for literally like a split second. So...
Right.
So like...
So what did you think of the first couple chapters?
First couple chapters, I think... I wouldn't say it's like amazing. Like, it's not like solo leveling amazing first couple chapters. It's solid though. Like, there's some mystery. I'm kind of interested, because like fantasy's my weakness, you know.
I am kind of interested too. It does look kind of cool. It seemed a little like over dramatic to me. Like, I don't know. It seemed like there are some parts where it just seems so cheesy to me.
Yeah, I mean, okay, the quote on, is it a plot twist? I don't...
Or they're making it like, I feel like it's not, I don't know, they're making it so, it's like one of those things that like, you focus more on the art because it's pretty, or like the action scenes, right? But the actual dialogue, the dialogue isn't really great now.
It's pretty,
the actual dialogue's whatever.
It's pretty like over dramatic. Right? It's really dramatic.
The way that I feel like they jumped in at a awkward point.
Yeah.
They didn't set up the scene very well.
Yeah. There was a little too much going on in the first 2 chapters.
Yeah. It would be cool if they like, set the scene more, and then all of a sudden, they like slowly introduce the character. And then you're like, oh my god, it's Jungkook, right? But then they're just like, bam, Jungkook. And I'm like, okay.
I feel like...
And like, it's not even just bam, Jungkook, it's bam, Jungkook in trouble. Like, what's going on?
It went from,
I don't know.
it's from bam, Jungkook in trouble, bam. Am I allowed to spoil this? I mean, it's only 3 chapters.
It's chapter 2. It's only...
Okay. Bam, Jungkook. Bam, murder. Bam, parents dead. Bam, tiger demon things released.
Yeah.
Bam, Jimin. I was like, whoa.
Dude. Is it like one of the first dialogues? Like, do you want to know how your parents died? It's like, what the fuck?
I feel like it just jumped a little too fast, like, there was too much going on, like, and then 24 people died, and I'm like, okay, now I'm invested, and then all of a sudden, guess what? Your parents are dead too, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's like, I didn't really like the way it started, but, I don't know, maybe the way that it slowly develops might be better. I thought the little scene where he first meets Jimin's character, I think it's Jimin. I think I looked it up and it's like actually Jimin's character. Haru, I think that was his name in the webtoon.
I think so.
The deity. Yeah, I think there's like a little bit of like lighthearted humor there, and I thought that was really nice.
Yeah,
a nice break from like the hella like melodrama.
Yeah, but it like jumped. Like, I'm not sure if they're planning on like doing like a long-term type of deal like with this webtoon, or it's gonna be like Save Me, where it's like really cut short. And that's why they like shoehorn like a million things in one chapter.
Well, I mean, for people who paid on Wattpad, they already know, or like they already have a good amount of plot written out, right? They already know what's gonna happen.
Maybe it's like better developed as like a like novel type of story rather than a webtoon, because webtoon is just like it's so like thrown in there. I don't know. I just hope it won't become like Save Me, where I was completely lost of what's going on anymore.
I think Save Me, like, I don't know about... I think it was, like, not... I mean, I don't think Save Me was meant to be, like, a story. Much of a story. I think it was, like... It's meant to be read in conjunction with, was it Danger? I think it was the Danger music video, right?
I think...
Was it Danger? Or was it Run?
It's like the Run, I Need You, like those ones.
I Need You. Yeah, like those, like the angsty era.
Yeah, the e-boy era.
No, yeah, it wasn't Danger. I think it was Run and I Need
I think
You or
so.
something.
It was like doing like, I think like you have to be.
It kind of made. There are some parts that it kind of made sense when you like watch music video and read it, but it was also kind of like.
I mean, I feel like it was like you have to be very into like the theory of like what's going on in the story to actually understand the webtoon.
Yeah.
Because I know like a lot of people like were like, oh my god, this happened. I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand anything.
Yeah, I know. Lore is like sometimes it's kind of big in some K-pop groups. I'm not super big on lore, so I don't really know. I don't really look into the lore of K-pop groups. But I know that some of them have like some interesting lore.
Yeah, I need to be like spoon fed the storyline. Like
Yeah.
I cannot be analyzing like frame by frame.
I can't like cross reference like the music video.
Right?
I have to cross reference the music video, the webtoons.
There's a novel
I don't
too,
know.
I think.
The novel. Oh my.
Like I need to like you need to tell me exactly what's going on, like step by step. Hold my hand through the story.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't really know what's going on, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think this one, 7FATES, CHAKHO, should. There's no alternate universe. There's no theory crafting, so I'm assuming this will be easier to understand.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy to understand right now.
Yeah, it's simple. It's just a lot of things are going on within these 3 chapters.
Yeah, I just like I don't really like the way it opened up because it's just literally like it would have been cooler if they just kind of slowly eased in and then you like introduce a character and you're like, oh my god, it's Jungkook or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
They could have I feel like they could have gone for a slow burn rather than.
Yeah, and also he just like conveniently loses his memory a lot.
Oh yeah, he loses his memory like twice already. I swear.
Yeah, he already lost like his. Yeah, he lost like two, like his memories twice, right?
He gained one of them back within the same chapter, and I was like, what was the point of this?
Yeah, actually, yeah. You're right. It's
like K-drama amnesia arc sped run.
Yeah, it's gonna. I don't. Yeah, it's a little paced weird right now. The pacing is super weird, for sure. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. It does seem kind of exciting. Honestly, I don't know if I would be into this though if it wasn't for BTS.
Same, because it's very generic shonen to me. But then like BTS kind of sells, so
I don't know. Maybe it would have made. It might be more fun if I like binged it because like then you can just like get all of it really fast.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like let it collect a lot more chapters before I start reading it. Because right now it's like. I weekly, and there's just so much going on in each chapter so far that I don't think I would be as invested because there's so many questions and no answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe in the future we can record an update episode.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Have you heard of the controversy? It wasn't really a controversy, honestly, in my opinion. But did you hear the armies got mad
about what? They always get mad.
About I know you're right. You're right. But they got mad about it's not okay. So if you are only following the webtoon, although I think with if you're like following BTS, it would have been hard not to have heard about this. But if you're only reading the webtoon, it hasn't come up yet. But it's something that came up, I think, in the Wattpad. I don't know because I didn't pay for it. I'm not reading
Same.
it. But I did hear about this, and then basically, it was like Zeha, the main character, Jungkook's character, said something about like, I think he said something about having feelings for another male character.
Ooh.
And so, throwing out that potential, or I think throwing out that potential for being like gay or LGBTQ.
Oh, maybe I haven't seen it because I follow like a lot of fan accounts on like Twitter and like
it was like
I think
it was there was stuff trending on Twitter.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I think like because for me, on my side of Twitter, like a lot of people are like a lot more supportive for those type of things. So
yeah,
I don't know. Those type of thing, but then like no one really cares. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I wouldn't have cared.
I would have been like, that's cool.
I saw it on TikTok. Like someone was saying like it was like I don't know why they were mad, maybe because it's like Jungkook's character, but I don't really get it. But
I don't know. Maybe it's mainly those people that are like, they can't date anyone but me fans, you know? You know, like they belong to the fandom. I don't know.
yeah, but I think it's just very homophobic in general, just getting angry at all.
Yeah, definitely though. I have seen a couple of those fans, but I don't follow those like homophobic fans really. The ones that like are very against shipping of any sort. I'm like, dude, it's like doesn't really matter.
But it's so homophobic because the reason why armies are mad is that it's like, why would you do that to Jungkook? Why would you portray him as gay? Or like, why would you, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, why would you portray him like that?
Have you seen...
And then there was...
Have you seen the defense for those type of things? Where it's like, how dare you ship him with their character? Or their guy? Yeah. Have you seen the defenses? Yeah. They're always like, I'm not being... No, they always start with, I'm not being homophobic. I just think it'll make him uncomfortable. It always starts like that. And I'm like, oh, this is so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's like... people, I'm trying to like, so then on Twitter, Free Jungkook was trending.
Free Jungkook?
Hashtag, I think. Yeah. I think that's what it was.
I don't think I saw it.
And so... such a joke. Yeah, and so like obviously Jungkook was like part of the whole process, right? So he was part of creating his character. It's not like he didn't know anything. So here, let me read some tweets that I found on this like random article.
Oh, we love those.
What kind of blah? I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on here. I cuss on here all the time though.
I already cussed earlier, so
it's like, what kind of shitty fuckery is this motherfucking hype? And some so-called armies still supporting this shit. Fucking bitch, what the fuck y'all are? JK anti-company stand.
Sometimes I think Twitter people should go outside and touch some grass.
People are like saying like, oh, Jungkook is being used as a shipping tool by his company in that shitty webtoon, and people are hyping that shit up. So, and then y'all don't respect him as a human being.
This sounds so dumb.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess some people are using the defense as like, oh, it's like, maybe it's like queer baiting, or it's like...
it'll make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, like, so make him uncomfortable, or it's like...
yeah.
Using him to like appeal to queer baiting.
I know, but like I feel like those same people, like if it became like a straight romance, they wouldn't bat an eye. So
yeah, they wouldn't care if it was a straight romance.
So like I'm just like, I don't know, the homophobic in you is it smells.
I mean, I think my reaction to it was that, oh, I thought that was a bold move on like their part, especially like, you know, it's Korean.
I think,
and
I don't.
In Korea, you know, LGBT, like, they don't have as much support for, like, gay rights.
Yeah, but I think it could be seen as a bold move, but I also think, like, it's pretty tamed. Like, there's nothing, like, crazy, because I haven't paid for it.
Yeah,
I haven't paid for the Wattpad. I haven't read it. I don't think it's actually that insane.
Yeah, I don't think it's insane at all. Like, actually, I think it's pretty great that they're having, like, that type of representation, but... like, I do think it's a bold move on Hype's end.
Yeah,
especially
definitely.
Being a Korean company. Because it's not, obviously, like, in Korea, it's not like that.
It's not as, like, open, I guess, about that.
It's not open at all.
A lot of criticism.
But yeah, obviously, it's that, infantization? Is that the right? I don't know if I'm, like, conjugating this word right. But you know how they, like, treat them like kids?
Yeah. I've seen it. I feel like that's like a lot of like K-pop fandoms tend to do that, where they like infantize their idols a lot. Like it's kind of weird.
So yeah, so they're like really infantizing him, or I don't know whatever conjugation is the proper conjugation of the word, but they're babying him. They're babying him, right? Because they're like, oh, free Jungkook, and it's like, what are you freeing him from? He's a grown man.
Yeah, he can make his own decisions, and if something makes him uncomfortable, I think he can speak up on his own.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how much they baby him. Like, he's so old.
He's so old.
Well, I don't... Okay, me and Jungkook are like basically the same age.
Isn't he 25?
And so, he's 24.
24.
He's 25 Korean age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's turning 25 this year.
He's
like,
a grown man.
Near the later half of this year.
He's a grown man.
But we're really similar in age,
Yeah.
right? Me and Jungkook. So then like, I went like, because I always think I think of him like sometimes whenever a K-pop idol is like close to my age. When I was younger, I used to really like it because when I was into K-pop, like back in the day, all the idols were like super old, a lot older than me, like 10 years older than me or something, right? Mm-hmm. And so when there was like an idol that was anywhere close to my age, right? When BTS first debuted, I was hella excited about Jungkook. Jungkook was my bias. Like pre-debut, I was like, oh my god, he's so close to my age, and like I was really into Jello from BAP because he was also really close to my age, and so. But then back then I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, they're like so close. Like I could actually like, they're so attainable now.
So attainable because of the age. Oh my god.
Attainable, yeah. But then now I'm like, oh my god, I think of like all the other dumb guys that are my age. And I'm like, holy shit, Jungkook is their age too.
Well, for me, it's like, because they get closer to my age, I'm like, holy crap, they've accomplished so much. And then I'm here.
That's true too.
That shit, I'm like, ooh.
For me, I just remind myself, I'm like, dude, that guy on Tinder, same age as Jungkook. Same brain.
Same brain. How is he like this? And why is he not the same?
Similar brain development. And I'm like, yeah, Jungkook's probably like dumb like this guy too.
Does that make you less attracted to him?
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, they're like a dumb boy. I saw this like TikTok, or I don't remember if it was a TikTok or if it was something else. I think it was a TikTok, but it was basically like, what are moments when you like realize your favorite K-pop idols are just men?
I heard
and it's like a compilation of like the stupidest shit that they do.
But I feel like a lot of people like that, like them doing stupid shit.
Or like, oh, you're just like, or like they're just gross men. Like I think they were talking about. I remember specifically, like, okay, I really like Jaehyun from NCT. Like, he's like my phone wallpaper. Like, I'm in love with him. I'm hella whipped for that guy. Like, he can ask me to do anything, and I would like drop and move to Korea for him. I was so whipped for that man. But like, I saw when I think one of the clips in that like, oh, times that like you got reminded that your K-pop idol is just like gross man. Oh, it was like a Reddit thread or something. I think it was a Reddit thread. Mm-hmm. And then it was like something like, yeah, Jaehyun, like, or like someone mentioned something about Jaehyun's like living habits, and it's like really gross.
Did that change your opinion on him? Like, you're not gonna fly to Korea?
Sometimes, no, I don't know. Sometimes I still would, but like, sometimes I think about that. I'm like, oh my god, Jaehyun's just like a gross man. Like, he's like a gross man too. He's also similar to my age. I mean, all of them are kind of close to my age these days, but. Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god, he's like I think about, like, you know how everyone calls him a frat boy? One time I went to a frat house, and freaking, like, it was like I forgot what frat house, like, it was like one of the fratty frats, too. It was like, some Sigma Chi or Sigma
Sigma male.
Whatever.
Sigma
something Sigma. Yeah, one of the Sigmas, right? One of the Sigmas. And, like, first of all, it was, like, on an off day, so they weren't having a party or anything. It was just, like, an off day, like, a random Friday or whatever, I don't know. I walk in, it's already two guys shirtless, like two buff frat boys shirtless on the couch watching TV, vaping. Mm-hmm. The pile of dirty socks next to the TV, like just a pile. Ew. And then we're just like, why the hell do you have like a pile of dirty socks? And they're like, oh, we just like go home. Oh, you know, it's like nice. You like go home, just take off your socks, throw it in the pile. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
Just have like a pile of stinky socks.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, like, the toilet was disgusting. I'm 99% sure I talked about this in some other podcast episode, though. But, yeah, it was, like, so gross. I still think about it. And so then I'll think about Jaehyun. I'll think about, like, how he has, like, gross living habits. And then I think about those frat boys I saw at that frat house. And I'm like, Jaehyun is literally one of them. Like, they're probably... Oh, my God. He would be there. Like, he would be on that couch.
Dude, my friend had a roommate. Like, it was a guy, and, like... I visited like her like apartment, I guess, and then there's just like a huge pile of like cardboard pizza boxes, and apparently this guy just strictly eats pizza. Like that's all he eats.
He just saves the boxes. He doesn't even throw them away.
No, he doesn't throw it. It's just stacked up on their kitchen counter, and I'm like, What the hell's wrong with this guy? Is he gonna like? Is he okay? Like, is he getting his nutrition?
I mean, I guess there's like a lot of various nutrition in pizza.
Pizza's a vegetable, right?
What?
I remember that was like a thing a couple of years ago. Like, some people were trying to make an argument that pizza's a vegetable.
There's vegetables on it sometimes.
There's a vegetable on it, but it's not a vegetable.
It's not a vegetable. I don't consider it in the vegetable food group.
I wouldn't, but I remember there was a thing about it like a couple of years ago. A long time ago, actually.
That's funny. I don't even know how we got to
We're
this.
so off topic. We were talking about K-pop black boys and then frat.
I'm like trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm like while you were talking about that, I was like, wait, how did we get here? Like, why were we talking about K-pop boys being gross? Like,
I know.
where's Jungkook? Oh, Jungkook's not a baby. Like that's the whole point. He's an adult man.
I think that happens like a lot for a lot of K-pop fans, and like they tend to baby their idol, and they're like, oh, I think it's the mentality of like, oh, my idol could never do wrong because they are just a child.
Yeah, they always baby them. I always try to remind myself too. I'm like, dude, they are literally. I remind myself of all the guys that I know that are like their age. Like,
wait,
I'm like, ew.
you remind yourself when you see a new K-pop idol, you're like, wait, that's the same age as XYZ, and then you're just like,
Yeah.
you're like, ew.
Dude, yeah. Oh my god, if I had a brother and I like compared if I had a brother that like around their ages, I'll be like, oh my god, gross.
This is how Nikki becomes no longer a K-pop fan.
No, it's so bad. I don't know how I still like them.
I don't know. I haven't been into the K-pop fandom as much as I used to be now.
I don't know. I think I just really appreciate because they look really cool on stage, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I appreciate their performance, dance, all that stuff
Yeah,
too.
I think
and music.
I think I just don't have as much time to like follow these K-pop groups anymore because there's like a new one every week.
It's hard. It's hard. I mean, I only follow. I follow my handful.
Like I try to follow.
Actually, I follow a pretty good amount.
I only follow BTS, but nowadays like I don't really know what's going on like with BTS, so I'm not really following them.
Well, for me, I also don't follow them very closely. Like when I say follow them, I like watch their TikToks and we'll listen to the album when it comes out, but I don't really watch anything else. Or like I'll watch a couple stages in like their music video, but I don't really watch.
I used to watch like a lot of their like content that comes out, like the Run BTS and all.
I used to back then. Yeah, back then I used to watch a lot of extra content, but these days I don't.
Yeah, nowadays
a lot of time anymore.
I kind of take a step back and just listen to music when it drops, and then maybe see a little update on Twitter sometimes, but that's about it.
I used to during the pandemic I was on Reddit a lot, and then I also got a lot of content from Reddit.
That makes sense. I feel like at the start of pandemic I was really big BTS fan. Like I was consuming all their content when like the pandemic first hit, and then like slowly things kind of went back to normal and you kind of got busy, so no more K-pop stan. Standing a K-pop group is hard. It's like hard work.
Wait, what groups did you like besides BTS, or did you only like BTS?
I used to follow EXO a lot too, but then that kind of trickled off.
EXO.
I used to follow SHINee a lot too, but that trickled off too.
Who's your EXO bias?
EXO? I have to think. I remember at one point it was Sehun, and at one point it was Lay. I think those were the two. I think
Lay is so funny.
He is, but he's like I remember like by the time I like stopped following EXO, he was like kind of just in China.
He's like pro CPP, dude.
Yeah. He's just kind of like
pro
in like China all the time, and he was like never with EXO anymore. And I was like, I didn't really want to like. It's hard to like follow him anymore because it's all like super.
My bias
Chinese
is Baekhyun.
Huh?
My bias in EXO is Baekhyun.
Baekhyun. That's a classic. That's a good choice. Classic is either like Baekhyun or like Kai. I think a lot of people like Kai.
I like his new stuff. I like him a lot more these days than before. I didn't like him that much before, but I don't know why I like him these days.
I don't know.
I think the more variety you watch, the more you like Kai, because his personality is kind of cute.
Oh, I liked Chris at one point. It's so controversial now.
Oh,
but okay. There's an explanation. It's because he went to my high school.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but like nowadays, you Google it yourselves, guys.
That's actually crazy that you like him because he went to your high school. Because whenever I find any type of like any inkling of a connection to any K-pop idol, I immediately like
Really?
don't bias them.
That's
Yeah,
also why like a
like
lot of people like Mark Lee from NCT
oh,
and like over here because he was also from like
oh
my
yeah, he's
city.
Canadian. Oh my god, there's two members. There's two members of the boys that are Canadian, by the way.
I
really like the boys.
I don't know them.
Yeah, literally like all my biases are Korean. Like they're none of the four. Like I don't know how I ended up this way, but like I made a whole spreadsheet of my biases. Right? I sent it to you.
Oh my god.
They're all Korean. Like all of their nationalities are Korean.
Oh. For me it's like, oh, they're Canadian, they go up like a rank right there.
Oh my gosh, no. For me, they go down. Because like one time, I used to really like Joshua from 17.
Mm-hmm.
And then my friend was like, oh my god, he went to my high school. And then I was like, really?
And then you're like, no more.
And then I was like, yeah, I was like, no more, too close, it's too real.
But it's more obtainable.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
No, for me it's like, oh, Canada represent, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
It's very rare. I feel like the Canadian K-pop idols are kind of more rare.
I'm gonna go to 626 and go find Mark Twain.
Oh my god, do it.
Okay.
Anyways, we're like super, super off topic at this point.
I know. Okay, final thoughts on... Oh, there's like that webtoon X BTS thing.
Which one?
Have you seen that? I don't know. It's like, it just popped up right now because I'm like on the webtoon app. I didn't know this was a thing either.
Oh, I think
But
I saw
there's this,
it.
like,
It's
thing-
like where they're like realistic, right? Like,
Yeah. It's like
That was
webtoon
weird.
X BTS, and there's just 7 episodes, and each episode is just a member.
no, it was
And
weird.
I don't-
It was weird.
Are these drawings or are they like
I
pictures?
feel like there are pictures, but I also can't tell. It looks like pictures, and you use like those iPhone apps to like change it to drawings. That's what it looks like.
Oh, so it's like promo. It's a promo thing for CHAKHO.
CHAKHO. Anyways, this podcast episode was just an excuse for Nikki and I to talk about K-pop.
Yeah. I want to start like a K-pop corner where I just do K-pop things.
K-pop corner. I kind of want to start just like
K-pop corner.
I want to start like a ramble corner of just anyone rambling about anything they want and ranting. But
I don't know. Maybe next season, if we're like in a podcast together, we get to choose. We can do like
we
a
can do a K-pop rambling.
K-pop, K-drama thing. I don't know. Maybe yeah. If you guys want more K-pop content,
Let us know.
comment. Let us know. Retweet us. At us. Because then if one person says I want K-pop content, I'll do it. Just one person.
I'll do it. You don't even need to like just breathe a certain way or blink. We'll do it.
Yeah, low-key, just respond with a K-pop gif and I'll do it.
You literally just comment once. We'll do it. Retweet us. We'll do it.
Yeah, dude, I've actually been really into K-pop for a really long time too. I got into it in like 2008. And then I've been in it pretty much since then because I also still like a lot of like 4th gen groups too.
Yeah, I don't think I'm into K-pop as much, but I do have like some thoughts and inputs on K-pop and K-dramas. Yeah, but let us know. This was all just an excuse to talk about K-pop thanks to BTS webtoon.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of scared honestly to like upload this episode because it's just like a BTS thing. And like some random ass army is gonna find it because they find every little thing that comes out about BTS.
Hey, Nikki, as they say, there's never bad PR.
So like someone's gonna find it. They're gonna like be like, "You're completely wrong.
Yo,
You don't know shit." And I'll be like, "I'm sorry."
yo, Army,
I'm sorry.
Army, rise up, okay? Help us,
Dude, and then I'm gonna get my ass whooped by like a 12-year-old army.
dude. We're gonna see our retweet be full of fan cams.
I bet you I was okay until I made that 12-year-old army comment.
Not all armies are 12-year-old, Nikki.
Obviously, where are
Here we are.
my sister is too, and she's like, actually most of my army friends that I know. Actually, I'm not even that much of an army these days, but like
Yeah, same.
most of the armies I know, they're like in their 30s.
Yeah, all the armies I know are like my age or like older.
Like 20s.
Yeah, no one is. I don't know about 12-year-olds.
Yeah, I don't actually know that many 12-year-olds in general. So.
So maybe like this is not a good like collection.
No, sometimes I get excited because then I'll like see little kids, right? They're like 12, and I'm like, oh my god, do you like BTS? Because I think they would like it. Because I thought like all 12-year-olds like BTS.
And then they're like, ew, go away.
Yeah, and they're like, what? I'm like, you don't?
Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, retweet.
Like, yeah, tell us who your BTS
At Into the Shoujo-Verse, right? Am I right?
It's the Shoujo-Verse.
I'm so sorry.
We're
Okay, I
mostly
get
the
them
Shoujo-Verse.
confused. I'm so sorry. Please don't.
It's
Please
okay.
don't end me.
We add a thing later too.
At the
Okay.
Shoujo-Verse.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Into the Shoujo-Verse. Make sure to follow us on social media to keep up to date on our newest episodes. We're on Twitter and Instagram at Shoujo-Verse, TikTok at The Shoujo-Verse, and YouTube at Into the Shoujo-Verse. Thanks so much.